Hello, it is Sunday and it is time for my mental health vlog. Um, Really good week this week. I'll start with work because that's a large part of my life. Um, Things have really been turning around at work, and it's really great that things have been turning around at work. Um, and I was trying to, I like to dissect why things make me feel the way they feel. Oh, I hate to say the word make me feel. Why I choose to feel the way I do about certain things instinctively. And I was digging into the feelings I had about work a little bit. And I think for the last few months or weeks or however long it's been since, it all turned to shit, um, I haven't felt valued at work. And I think that was a lot to do with why I was feeling the way that I was. And I think I'm starting to feel valued again. And I miss that. And it's definitely excuse me. And it's been great to feel valued at work again, so that's been nice. My boss actually sent me a Christmas gift, which was really, really thoughtful. It was, a villain's mug and t-shirt because she knows I love my Disney Bad Girls. She's also a big Disney person. She always takes her kids and grandkids to Disney. So it's nice that we had that common bond connection that we're able to, try and kind of rebuild our relationship with. Because it's important to me to have a good relationship with my boss because it's someone I'm talking with a lot throughout the week. And especially because my last boss was the best boss I've ever had. And she knows that I've told her that a million times. And I do miss her a lot. So I just have gotten used to having that really good relationship with my boss. So I'd like to still have that here. So we'll see. Part of y'all know that, or most of y'all know that part of my struggle with addiction is sexual anorexia. And, my boyfriend and I have been working on that consistently. I will say I did something this week that I don't think I would normally have done. I don't know why. Maybe it's a level of confidence or expectation or whatever, but I actually ordered an adult item with my boyfriend. Like, we talked about it, we discussed it, and we ordered it. And that's not something I think I really would have done before. Like, if I wanted something, I would have ordered it. Or if I wanted to try something, I would have ordered it without discussing it with him. Or if I wanted him to wear something or do something, I would buy something for him. But I've never actually, been able to have that conversation with someone about something because I've always felt awkward talking about it. So it was nice to be able to have that kind of conversation with him, not feel awkward about it. And, we ordered it. So for me, I think that was a big step. It was a big step in the right direction of progress towards me being able to break through that wall that I put up for myself for intimacy with people that I am in relationships with. We actually had some spontaneous intimacy this week, which, we've got our scheduled intimacy, which usually we try to adhere to that schedule pretty well. And I don't often find myself being able to be real spontaneous with it because then I get the anxiety and then nothing works, physically and metaphysically. And we were able to have a little bit of spontaneous fun this week, and it was nice. Yeah. So my sexual anorexia has been a struggle, and it has been the cornerstone struggle of our relationship. So it's nice to be able to finally find those moments where it's not something that gets in the way. So yeah, that's really cool. The divorce papers have been reviewed by my legal team, and they have been sent to the court for filing. So one more step in the right direction there to get that done. I was really hoping to get it done in 2022, but that just didn't happen. I put way too much confidence in someone else handling this, and I took over the reins a little bit too late in the year to get it done in 2022. So at least I know that it will happen in 2023. It is cold, and it is only going to get colder. My mom's coming in town this week for Christmas. And last week, she's like, well, what's the weather going to be like? I'm like, well, if it stays on trend, it's going to be warm and muggy, no problem. Just wear something comfortable. And now I'm like, bring a parka. I think I saw today, like on Friday or Saturday, it's supposed to get down to like in the teens for us here in Houston. And that's not great. That's no bueno. So it's going to be very, very icy. There's no precipitation. Astrophysicist. There's no precipitation on the radar or on the forecast for when it's getting super, super cold. So I'm not really worried about the ice or shitty snow. I hate snow. But it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be real cold while she's here. So I'm glad we've got firewood. I'm warning her to bring, something heavy duty. So it's gonna be cold. It's definitely gonna be cold. Friday afternoon, I was running some errands in a t-shirt and jeans, no problem, and had a couple other things I needed to do before picking up my son in the evening. And by the time we got from here to picking up my son, I was standing outside talking with my ex at pickup, and the wind was sharp, and I was freezing my ass off. It had dropped like 20 degrees since I had left the house. So, brr. I do actually like the cold. I don't mind the cold. I do not like the snow at all. Like, hands down, nasty. Next couple of weeks are going to be busy. Dropped my son off today. His granddad on my ex's side is coming in town tomorrow. So I'm very excited for my son to have some time with his granddad. And then his grandma from my side is coming in middle of the week. We won't have him again until Christmas Day, so she won't see him until then. And then I'm just excited that he's gonna have all of his remaining grandparents in one place at one time, and I think or at least one city at one time, and I think that's pretty cool. And I do hope I get to see my ex's dad, because he's still family, and still love him. So we'll see. On Saturday, my boyfriend's family has a tradition where they go see a performance of the Christmas Carol at the Alley Theater in Houston every year. That's something they've always done. And last year, except for 2020, because of no one was doing anything in 2020. So last year we went, and it was a fun rendition of it. This year it was more to the book rendition of it, but it was really good. But they invited my son and I and to go with them, and they're family now, so it's nice of them to include us in traditions that their family holds so important. So we had a nice dinner, and then we saw the show afterwards, so it was really good. I think it was a little long and little old English for my son to fully appreciate, but he's familiar with the story of A Christmas Carol, and I will say, and I will never, ever get tired of this. When we're in a movie or in a theater or whatever, and he leans into me or wants to be underneath my arm just rest on me, I will never, ever get tired of that. I love that every time he does it. Every time he wants to lean on me or whatever, just melts my heart. And I usually get the biggest smile on my face. And I don't know. It's just one of those things that it really just touches me. So it's hard to connect with him sometimes. He's 10 years old. He's into, Minecraft and playing on his laptop with his friends in his ear and his headset. And I love that he has friends that he can connect with. And that's, how we can make and maintain those friendships. And that's awesome. I do love that. But there are times when it's hard for me to connect with him. And I imagine every parent goes through that as their child is into things that you either don't understand or have a really hard time having any interest in. So I do find it hard to connect with him sometimes. So those moments like that, I really do cherish. And I also know that I need to work on finding better ways to connect with him without sounding like, the dad that's trying too hard. Like, Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. We're all in this together. No, I don't want to be, I am that dad, but I don't want to be that dad. So, I gotta find better ways to connect with him. That's one of my objectives in 2023 is finding better ways to connect with my son. I'm making a few objectives for 2023. I don't like resolutions. I don't like the term, but I have reached a point in my life where I have to start taking care of my body. That's no longer an option. I was able to kind of get by, but it's not an option anymore. I'm old enough now that I have to start taking care of my body, or I'm not going to like who I turn into when I grow up. Get older. I don't like growing up, get older. So that's one of them. I want to be a little bit more informed about current events. I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news for several years. I get my news from the news stations that I follow, and they post stories. That's the news that I get. And when something big is going on, I tend to follow that. But there's just a lot about this world that I don't know, and I don't want to be one of those ignorant people that go through life. And I feel like that's hindered me in a lot of ways because I get really awkward in social settings with making small talk. And one of the things I hate about making small talk is I have no idea what's going on in the world. Or if someone brings something up, I might know enough to respond and hopefully change the subject. But being socially awkward is something I've struggled with. And I think that this has a lot to do with it. So it's another thing I want to work on is being a little bit more worldly and aware. I think it's time that I make myself a little bit better in other areas. I've worked really hard to make myself better in some, but I think I need to be a little bit more well-rounded. So some things I'm shooting for in 2023. Help keep me accountable. I don't want to go back and watch this video in a couple years and be like, yeah, I didn't do that. So I really want to. That's about it, guys. That's all I've got. I hope y'all are surviving the stress of the holidays, this time where school is out and kids are home and you're trying to get last minute things wrapped and ordered and tracking packages and checking the front door every 20 minutes to see what's come and dealing with the elf on the shelf if that's something that lives in your house. And it can be a crazy time of year. Happy Hanukkah, by the way. I know that started today or yesterday. I apologize for not knowing, but I know that it has started, so happy Hanukkah. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you all are doing well this season. And remember, self-care is more important this time of year than really any other time of year, because if you aren't taking care of yourself, you're not going to be there for everyone else that might be depending on you or counting on you for the holidays. So you're counting on you too. Remember that. Check on your friends, make sure they're doing okay. See what they're doing for the holidays. We're actually going to a friend of ours on Tuesday night. It's a Mariah Carey party, which kills me. You have no idea. Oh, but I was really honored to be invited to a friend's house for a midweek Christmas party. So that was awesome. Looking forward to that. Check on your family, make sure they're doing okay. Super excited to have mom coming in town this week. Like, you have no idea. Like, we got her stocking done, or stuff for her stocking ready. I gotta get her bedroom ready for her. My son's bedroom ready for her. Crap. Let's see if I can beat that out. And just super excited. And check on yourself. As I said before, you are counting on you to get through these holidays, and you need to make sure you're getting what you need. Listen to your body, listen to your heart. Make sure you're not putting yourself in situations that are damaging to you or causing trauma down the road. I love you guys. I will talk to you next Sunday, which is Christmas night. We are a week away from Christmas. Holy crap. All right, guys. Happy holidays. Bye.